Has your child lost appetite? Is your child a picky eater? Does your child fall sick regularly? Here is the secret ingredient that a lot of parents don't know. It's called the bone broth. I went to the African market and I saw some bones and I said, this is going to be very good to make this for my baby. So I started by cutting the carrot and some onions. And also I'm coming to use some garlic and celery sticks. I washed and cut all my vegetables into smaller pieces. So I divided the meat into two and I'm coming to use just half of it. I washed it very well and put it on fire and I added my homemade spices, which is made of garlic, ginger, scotch bonnet pepper and spring onion. So after that, I'm coming to add the vegetables I just cut on the bones so that everything can cook together very, very well. So after mixing everything, I covered it so it can cook. You need to take your time for this thing to cook very, very well because we want the juice from the marrow. Yeah, that's what we are looking for. So at this point, the bone is well cooked. So I added some of the celery and some basil to give it some extra flavor. I covered it again for the final cooking to be done. So what's the next thing to do? I picked out all the bone from the soup. When my baby was younger, all I do is to strain out the water and use only the water or only the juice for her food. But now she's a bit bigger and I need all these nutrients from the carrots and all those veggies. So at this point, I decided to blend everything together because she needs all those things for a perfect growth. So when I blended it and everything was smooth, I added some turmeric powder and I added a little bit of olive oil to it. So after that, I'm coming to save this by freezing it because if it's in the fridge, it can only last up to 3 days, but I want this to keep longer. So this is the ice cube mold that I'm putting it inside. So once you freeze it, it can even last up to 3 months. So this is my recipe. It is ready. So how do you use this? You can put this in any food that your baby is eating. You can put it in their Cerelac, their soup, their porridge, everything. So I'm coming to make some breakfast for my baby. I added the milk and some baby food into the bowl. So all I'm coming to do now is to add my bone broth to the food to give it that extra nutrient. This is very perfect and good for your baby. Is it something you are going to try? As a mom, I don't mind going the extra mile to make sure my children eat a very balanced and healthy food, especially within 0 to 5 years that they are still developing and they need all the nutrients to grow very well. We need to put in a lot of effort to grow healthy children. Try this recipe and thank me later. Bye.